What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck 1TB OLED video for you guys today. And today, we're going to check out what happens when you try to play unsupported games on the Steam Deck. So, I've just picked like 10, 11, 12, something like that. Games that all have the same little unsupported logo down at the bottom there. Now, I personally don't even know if all of these are gonna work. I believe all of them, besides Immortals of Aveum, were working before. But the Steam Deck can be kind of silly. And just because a game worked before, doesn't mean it still will now. Classic case in point, Deathloop. I made a video of that, literally playing on my Steam Deck. You can see I'm playing on my Steam Deck, not like streaming it or doing any nonsense. But then I have a bunch of people in that video telling me, hey, like a week after you made this video, I tried to play it and it just won't launch no matter what I do. And then I went and tried it and I couldn't launch it either. And I had just gotten video footage of the damn thing. So, sometimes the Steam Deck can be a harsh mistress, but a lot of the times I try to play games on my Windows, Asus Ally, and then the resolution's messed up, it won't go full screen without crashing, it doesn't have like controller buttons, and I don't have like a community page to fix it, so that one's not flawlessly perfect either. Just throwing that out there real quick, because I know a lot of people love to say the Steam Deck sucks because it can't do everything Windows can do. And in a way, that's kind of good. I kind of like the way Steam did this. The only big issue with it, in my opinion, is the anti-cheat games. And as other people have said in my other videos, if you can just follow along with the video, you can also install Windows at the same time as SteamOS and just have like a dual boot situation, have the best of both worlds. But anyway, that is not what this video is about. This video is about unsupported games. So let's not waste any more time, and why don't we get started? So the first game we're gonna do is an easy one. The very first game I actually ever played on my original LCD Steam Deck and beat on the Steam Deck, and that was Batman Arkham Asylum. I know it's an oldie, but goddamn is it a goodie. But let's not waste any more time, and let's jump into the gameplay. Well, first here we are in the settings of the game. And it's one of those games where you kind of have to mess with them before you get into the game. So you gotta hold the Steam button down, then you can get your little cursor going and change all this stuff. But here are all the settings we're going with. I have VSync on just because this is a 60 FPS max game anyway. So I am leaving the display on 90 though, because somebody asked me to do that in the last video. So there we go. Now that we've had a quick look at all of the settings, why don't we hop into the game? Well, we are not off to a good start. No matter what I do, I get this error. And that's very funny because I literally beat this game on my old Steam Deck before ever getting this one, and now this game doesn't work. Just kind of like I was saying in the beginning. Just because something worked once before doesn't mean it still will. And that goes for all games, not just unsupported games. Well, that's a shame, not a fun way to start, but hell, I guess let's move on to our next game then. Alright, here's all the settings for Resident Evil Resistance. Now, I probably could have gotten a 60 FPS plus experience if I turned on FSR, but this is FSR 1.0 and that really just sucks. Like, it's even worse than DLSS 1.0, and I'm sure we all remember that Vaseline situation, so I pretty much did the best I could without using that. So, now that we've looked at those settings, why don't we go ahead and jump into the game and see how it plays and if it crashes or anything. Alright, well, I've been playing quite a bit here before I made that settings little screen, just to kind of make sure it wasn't going to crash or do anything goofy. That and just testing out, seeing how the settings work. Unfortunately, not a 60 FPS experience, but at least it's not a super stuttery mess. And it's an unsupported game, and as you can see, I can play said unsupported game. Now, some things may not work, like if I get way farther in the game. Oh, there we go, there's a little stutter. This game had that stutter on everything, though. My main computer, my secondary computer, although my main computer did the best at it, negating said stutter. There was almost none on that. Oh, cool, more stuff. Anything else in here? Yep. Aw, I was hoping I could hop up the thing like in Skyrim or something, but no. This game's not gonna let me get away with that. Ah, my lockpicking skill is too low. Can't be done. Oh, was that something? Oh, I thought I saw something to pick up over here. Sure there's no damn robots. Nope, can't do medium lockpicks yet. I'll have to come back when I got more skill. Skill issue. So let's see here. I think this is where I was in the beginning. Like where I loaded my save, I mean. Yep, there's the crafting table and everything, and all that good stuff. And I think I'm just going to talk to that old man, but anyway though, I think that's plenty of gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and move on to the next game. Here are the settings for Forspoken here. We're at 720p. I just set maximum 120, but yeah, we're not getting to 120. Alright, as for graphics, pretty much everything on low, and we had to use FSR, so I put that on quality. But everything else is either low or off, because this is not an easy game to run, especially for the Steam Deck. But let's go see if it actually launches the game, or if it crashes or does some other goofy nonsense. It didn't used to before, but hey, the Batman game used to run too, so let's go find out. Alright, here we are in Forspoken. I have to remember how to freaking do anything.
We got this.
Alright, so that does that.
Now's your chance. On it. Whoa. You're fine. That was weak. Give it another go.
So yeah, game definitely doesn't look pretty and still drops under 30 from time to time, but it is playable. And at least it doesn't seem to be going super acid trip mode. I can't remember if it was this or the Ally, but I tried playing this on one of the two, and it just went super freaking acid trip, I'm gonna give everybody who watches this a seizure mode on me. So I had to cut that video pretty short.
All right.
Your skills are coming along.
Guess so, huh?
Still though, it is working and it is playing, even though it's unsupported. Just doesn't look very good. Because gotta have everything on low, and we needed FSR's help to even come close to staying at 30 FPS. Oh yeah, this is that area that just has a billion of these freaking things.
Not the pep talk I needed. Got you on your toes now.
So yeah, even with all of these guys around, we're still staying around 30. We're at 28, 27,
Die.
26 even. So, not the greatest, but it is playing.
You're toast. Good night. Ah.
Alright though, why don't we go ahead and move ourselves on to the next game. Alright, here are the settings for Immortals of Aveum. We're just going to do FSR 3 on quality. And whatever you do, for the love of God, do not turn frame generation on. It will crash the game, and then you will have a hell of a time getting it to work again. But in any case, I just went with a standard 75.5 field of view and put everything on low. That's just what you got to do for this game if you want it to have it even close to playable. Well, except for that. Messed that up. I want that on low. Apply. There we go. We definitely cannot handle Ultra. Even with FSR's help, unfortunately, I wish. It'd be great if one day we could have, you know, little handhelds like this that could play stuff on, like, you know, medium high. Ultra's a pipe dream. You'll be chasing the dragon forever at that rate. But anyway, we got all the way back up to the top, so now let's get into the game. Alright, now for some Immortals of Aveum.
Hey, wait up! Luna!
Over here, Jack.
Now, it was dropping down to like 25 and whatnot during that first opening cutscene. But so far it seems like it's gotten through it. Before, on my Ally, when I tried to test this game out, this game was hard to run. And it took a lot of effort to get it to even work without crashing at this opening cutscene. Like, I couldn't even get to this part we got to right here, first try on the Steam Deck. Well, not first try, it didn't work at all on the Steam Deck. You couldn't even sign in, so let's be clear about that. But anyway, let's run around for a little bit here. I guarantee, yeah, we're gonna drop under 30 and whatnot. Down to 20 even. For a quick second there. This game is just, I think, a little bit outside the Steam Deck's pay grade. I mean, unless you're okay with those kind of settings and this kind of frame rate. If you're okay with all that and you think this is playable, then cool. At least it seems to run. Now, obviously I didn't play the whole game through it, so we could get to spots where there's crashes or maybe some audio gets cut out or something. That's another problem with some of the unsupported stuff. Oh, gotta hold the button down.
What was the play about?
Calthus surrendered to Sendrak, and then he burned all their magnite alive.
Well, that's not nice at all.
That's not nice at all.
Pretty rude, if you ask me.
Message. Sandrak's just an asshole. He had been beat. Why would he
Just send a message.
Just send a message.
What, like surrender to Rasharn and we'll only slaughter a few of you?
Can't make omelets, Jack.
What's an omelet?
Never mind. Let's cut through the market.
Sure, but let's keep an eye out for the constables. The market seems kind of dead tonight.
There's talk of a bunch of airships coming into dock. Some hivers probably think they can make easy money unloading cargo.
Maybe that's what we should have done instead of stealing from the hat guy.
Stealing from the hat
Any
guy.
metric, a man with a hat indicates a perfectly respectable mark.
That sounds made up.
That really does. Oh, X. Alright, though. As you can see, this game isn't exactly a great running experience, but it does at least run now. You can at least play the game. It's not the best experience in the world, but it definitely plays now. And it was not playable before. Couldn't even sign in. But now, let's move on to the next game. Here are the settings we're going to run for the medium. We're at 800p, full screen. Let's go look at the advanced settings here. Alright, and I think that is the bottom. So, now with that out of the way, let's get into the game and we'll see how it runs. Or if it crashes or does anything else goofy. Here we are in the game. Now I did notice it does have a couple audio, like, just, I don't know what you call them, like pops, crackles, every once in a while.
Shit. Yeah. Nice to see you too. Jack's room. It's like he never... Damn it.
There it is.
Come on, Jack. Where'd you put it? Okay. Let's do this the other way.
Ah.
There you are.
Got it.
Okay, I think that's it. Jack's waiting downstairs. Time to say goodbye.
There we go.
Weird to be back
Yeah, I bet. Now, obviously, that's not where I'm supposed to go right now. Where am I going? I have no idea where the hell I'm supposed to go right now in this game.
We lived upstairs from Jack's funeral home. It wasn't as weird as it sounds. Besides, if it wasn't for that, I may never have learned to use my powers. Jack.
Sure is a rainy day.
My condition. Of all my foster parents, he was the only one who saw it as a gift and not a curse. Jack's in the prep room.
Alright though, I think that's enough. Why don't we now move on to the next game? Here are the settings for Mortal Kombat 11. We're going to do 1280 by 800, 90 Hertz. I don't think we're going to get up past that though. I think this game is just stuck at 60, but... Now I could turn that on, but we're going to leave it just on basic for now. And now let's go on over to the advanced settings so you guys can see all those. Basically I have to turn everything off to get this thing to be even close to playable. Although, last time I played this game, I couldn't get it to even be 60 FPS. So I wonder if with all the updates it's had, maybe now it can. So I'm gonna go hop in and figure out if that works or not, and then we'll start playing and getting some video footage. Because it might just crash, who knows. Alright, let's get ourselves some Mortal Kombat gameplay now.
Remnant once more. I cannot escape my rage. Allow me to cool your anger.
Hey, we're getting 60 now, cool. Ah, shit, I haven't played a fighting game forever. I'm so gonna get my ass handed to me. And I didn't even put him on hard ring, I just left him on the standard medium. Alright, so that punches, I don't even remember what buttons do what anymore, so that's kick, that's punch, that's him freezing my nuts. There we go. Hey, there we go. Better yet, I probably should use that. I feel like those are probably better for fighting games, because we did the get over here. Can I do the fatal blow? No. Round 2. Fight. Get over here. Stop freezing me. Let me pummel you, you bastard. No, get away. Let me win. Alright, cool. This is actually a very enjoyable experience on there now. But anyway, why don't we now move on to the next game. So here are the settings for Remnant 2. I pretty much just am using the same ones I left on from the last time I did it, because this game was not running good before, so we had to use FSR, we had to put on performance and had everything else on low, just to even get close to getting playable FPS. But hey, maybe they fixed it over the time. It's still unsupported, but hey, maybe now it gets more FPS. Who knows? Only one way to find out though. Let's go get ourselves into that game. Well, now here we are in game, and as you can see, it does not look pretty like this, but
Yeah, like this.
it at least is playing.
White guy founds it, food and fresh water, everyone gets along.
And we'll see if it crashes or does anything.
Sounds like the fairy
Because it
tale.
also used to crash randomly around
Just
here
a couple old
when I tried to play it.
holed up underground. I just hope they got a
Though
good
mind you,
supply
I don't think it crashed on these settings. I think it was just anything higher than this. It was just like, nope, I refuse. So I was like, okay. Guess we're just gonna have to play this game looking like crap then.
People actually live
But
like
hey,
this.
playable FPS at least right now. Might even be able to turn a couple things
I
up.
don't know what's in that.
But this is just the beginning area after all. Maybe it gets way more advanced in other spots of the game. Who's to say? I haven't gotten that far in this one yet. I just recently beat the second one, or the first game. So I'm going to start playing this one soon. There we go. Got that pebble out of my shoe. Some stutters.
Locked. Great. We can't turn back now. Ain't got nowhere to go. There's gotta be another way. It's about time. What took you? Hey, look at this. What happened to these poor bastards? Can't let it go to waste. Use it on that bum ankle of yours. Won't help me none.
Ah, that's what it was.
Hey, come on.
I was gonna say.
Get some distance between us and these bodies.
Looks like you're gonna need my help.
Hey, over here.
Anyway, though, I think that's plenty for Remnant 2. It's definitely doing a lot better than it was before. Plus, I believe this Steam Deck is a little faster than the old one, too, since they did a lot of improvements. So that's also nice. So it's probably a combination of the two. But anyway, now on to the next one. Alright, now Returnal is a little interesting. So let's see if it'll do what it did for me, for you guys. So I launched it, thought everything was going to go, you know, as alright as it was going to go trying to play a PS5 only game on a Steam Deck. And it launched, but I think it tried to launch the game with like ultra graphics or something, or the game is just so overbearing that the Steam Deck can't play it even on like lowest settings at like 360p upscaling, you know? That could be. But yeah, last time I tried this, there was no setting screen or anything. It just like threw me right into the game. So let's see what it does this time. Yeah, we gotta pre-compile the shaders. Alright. Okay. Well, at least this time it let me into the settings, so yeah, cool. Half the time I try to show you guys something bad happens, and then I reverse psychology it into working properly for me. Haha. No bad. Graphics. No. How do I freaking mess with them? There we go. Low. Low will be good. Now what do I hit to make it actually like work? And then do I have any FSR or anything in here? Alright. So now let's try to get ourselves a little bit of data here. I'm going to obviously play this game for a little longer since I kind of had to reverse psychology of this thing into working, and I want to know if it's going to crash or do anything else goofy. So. But yeah. Not exactly great performance here. So yeah, doesn't exactly run this particular game all so well, but hey, at least we got to play it now. I was worried we weren't even going to get to any gameplay of it. So, now, on to the next one. So, here are the settings we're going to go with for Saints Row here. Alright. And then, where was the advanced settings? There they were. Let's look at the advanced settings for you guys real quick. And alright, now let's go get ourselves a little gameplay. Alright, let's get ourselves a little gameplay here. Now we can't quite hit 60, and I would have used FSR, but it doesn't let me turn it on. So, this is about the best we get. But the game is running. And it is getting over 30 FPS, and most people are fine as long as it's getting over 30. So, it does do that at least, so I would have preferred a 60 FPS experience, but hey, we can't always get what we want. So let's just run around for a little bit.
I'm a great driver.
I can even hear the car over the music. That's hilarious. Whole paycheck. Not just a little bit of it, the whole damn thing. There's cops. Wonder what they're up to. And we might be able to get closer to 60 if we just sucked it up and turned everything to low. But I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't like playing games completely with everything on low and then still struggling to hit 60 or 30, depending on what you're going for and what game.
This bitch don't come with brakes.
Screw you, coppers, you'll never catch me. For I am in a cop car. Never mind, you will catch me.
Do anything dumb.
But I will hit
I
you.
gotta shoot this idiot. Oh, we're dancing now.
Anyway, though, I think that's plenty. On to the next one. So here we go with some Sons of the Forest settings here. Alright, now for graphics. Medium and low. Because with the default settings, it did not even want to run. And I'm leaving motion blur on because it's only like a 30 FPS experience in this game. At least that's how it was the last time I played it. The only thing I don't want those, I don't like film grain. But anyway, now let's go get ourselves into the game, if it'll let me. That last couple of times I tried with normal settings, it wouldn't even like get past the loading screen. So let's see if we can even do that. All right, well after waiting for like 4 or 5 minutes, it finally loaded into the game. I was starting to get discouraged, thinking it was never gonna work. Well, what do you need? Do you need assistance? Oh wow, yeah buddy, you're not doing so good. You like got your eardrums blown out, bro. Alright. What do we have around? A bunch of rocks? Do we have anything like... Oh, there we go. Some bricks. Aha, to a stone. Anyway, though, we'll say it's definitely running better than it did before when it first came out. I was struggling to even stay above 30 before my other Steam Deck, although it could just be because this Steam Deck's a little tiny bit more powerful due to all the little tweaks. It's not like night and day difference, but we're staying over 30 at least. Oh, we found some water. Hey, what's that over there? Let me up. There we go. I got a meal. But the game is running. Oh, that's just him. I thought that was one of those damn freaking cannibalistic people already. Damn it. In any case, though, I think that's plenty of gameplay for this game, so why don't we go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, well, after jumping through many hoops to get this Jedi Survivor game to load and work, I finally got it to work after probably 15 minutes of fucking around and another 15 minutes of waiting for it to optimize its files, but Here we are, we're arriving on low with FSR at 2 at quality. HDR is on. Motion blur is on because we're probably going to get like 20-30 FPS anyway. And besides that, I think we're ready to get into the game. And then we'll see if it crashes or does anything else goofy. So far we've just gotten to the settings screen. I haven't actually gotten into this game yet. I just remember this from last time. This is a hard-ass game to run, just like Remnant is. Or Remnant 2, rather. And a couple of other games we've played. So, let's get into the game now. Here we are in the game. But yeah, as I said, we're not going to stay at a constant 30 no matter what. Even if you put an FSR all the way down to performance and whatnot, that just makes the game look more and more crappy and you don't really get much more performance out of it. But at least it's playing. It may not be playing well, but it is playing. Hey, you're a bad guy. Oh yeah, and you're nothing. Ah, never mind, I guess I'm nothing, I lose. Respawn. Alright. Didn't even know how to attack or do anything in this game, so I don't even really care that I died. Makes perfect sense. Oh, hey, little buddy. Heck yeah, this will be nice. We'll just take ourselves a nice little glide down to the city down there. I don't remember if that's a good city or a bad city. It's been a long time since I played this game and already beat it. Anyway though, I think that's plenty for this game, so why don't we go ahead and hop on to our last game of the video. Okay, and to finish up, we'll do Starfield here. So here's the settings we're going to do. We are going to have to use some dynamic rendering with FSR here. And I put it at like, what did I put it at? Can't remember what I put it at, but 75% render scale. It still drops under 60. Or not under 60, under 30 a lot. Especially in cities. But hey, once you get out of the cities, it's not so bad. But hey, let's go hop into the game, and I'll show you what I mean. Well, here we are in Starfield in a city, and as you can see, we're only getting like 25 to 20 something FPS. So, not exactly great. And that's at 75% render scale. With everything else on low. And this isn't even one of the bigger cities. It's not like this is New Atlantis. This is just the Rock. I think this is kind of like that Western one, where everything kind of feels like it's a Western.
Ashtar are sometimes spotted by fog.
Ah, my ship. But actually, I don't really feel like leaving right now. Let's try to get out of the city and see what kind of FPS we get too. Shoot, I don't think I can get out that way. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I can really leave this place, or if it's just like a city and that's all. I could have sworn I could go outside. But we definitely don't get good FPS in cities, as we can see. Now if I can just find a way out of here. Shoot. If I try to jump down from here, though, I'll die.
Hey there.
Now let's try it. Got a little hurt. But I wanted to show you guys outside the city a little too. Still not great FPS though. I think this game is just a little too much for the Steam Deck. At least standard form. Maybe if you like overclocked everything a little more and all that stuff, you might be able to barely get 30. But when we were dropping all the way to 23 FPS, I don't think you're getting all the way up to 23 to 30 just from a little overclocking. Just being realistic here. But it is playing it, it's not crashing so far or anything like that. Now it might have to playing for like 20-30 minutes or something. But I'm basically just sitting here trying to get games to work and whatnot. So, might not be giving enough time to call them completely stable. You know what I mean? But, we at least got it to work, so stabby stabby. But anyway, I think that's plenty. This is probably going to be a pretty long video, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll be interesting for everybody. So, let's go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for this particular video. Now, obviously the Steam Deck did not do the greatest job at most of these, and they're probably unsupported just because they couldn't get them to run at a constant 30 or something like that. So they probably like, no, we're not verifying none of these. These aren't good enough. So, it's basically just staying away, saying it's not going to necessarily work. But it's basically a way of saying, hey, you might not get the results you're looking for. Now, funny enough, I would say the easiest game out of all of them to run was Batman, and I think that's the only one we failed to get any gameplay footage for, funny enough. And the best part is, I beat that game on my LCD Steam Deck. That was the first game I played, first game I tried, and I had a bunch of fun with it. But didn't want to work now, so that just goes into that realm of just because something worked once doesn't mean it always will. And that even goes for the check marks. I think I explained at some point during the video, I played Deathloop, recorded it for everybody on my LCD Steam Deck, and then I had a bunch of people commenting, hey man, I tried to play and it's just not working for me. Can you try it again and see if it's working for you? And then I went and tried and lo and behold, nope, I did not get no gameplay. It would just crash the desktop over and over again, just like they said. But yeah, I got the footage for it, so it's obvious it was working before. It's not like I magically made it work just for me to get a video, you know? So, games just like to do that on the Steam Deck. It's one of its quirks. But not all games work on my Ally either. I've had plenty of videos where even trying to play games that are easy you'd think would be simple, like Sonic DX, for example. Like, that game refused to run, but hey, that's the problem with these handhelds. They all have little issues. None of them are perfect whatsoever. So, you pretty much gotta pick your poison and stick with it. Or if you have a decent amount of capital like me, buy a couple. I like the Steam Deck for the whole community and just being able to come up here and be like, I'm playing a game. Shut it off, come back, turn it back on just like a switch. Hey, I'm right where I left. Like 9 times out of 10. There are some games that crash and do weird shit, just like on Xbox. Xbox has that quick resume. There are certain games where that too will crash if you come back to it. So it's not always gonna work, but it's worked more than my Ally in putting it to bed. You never know if your game's gonna still be there. Some games work just fine. You can put your computer to sleep a million times in a row and it still works. Sometimes you try it and nope, your game's not there anymore. Everything else you just like right where you have it, but your game just isn't there. Just closed, gone, poof. So, like I was saying, no such thing as perfect. That's why I'm glad I can have an Ally and the Steam Deck, because the Ally can play the anti-cheat games, but even it fails to play stuff. And for me, this guy's a little bit more comfortable to hold, but that's just my opinion. The other one is, the Ally's lighter, but it just feels a little more awkward to hold. It's not unruly or uncomfortable per se, it's just that one's a little more comfortable. But anyway, this isn't supposed to be a versus ROG Ally versus the Steam Deck OLED anyway. This is supposed to be an outro, and it's already quite long, so I apologize, but it's a pretty long video, so it takes a little while to wrap it up. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video though, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And if you guys can think of any other things you'd like me to test on this guy, Hey, don't go to sleep on me yet, guy. Then just let me know in the comments. But until then, peace out, guys.